Hello and welcome to this Nourishing Yin practice. Thank you for joining me. If you have a bolster and a block, amazing. If you don't, you can improvise. You can use just a pillow and even some books for the block. So let's get started today in a heart bed. So taking our bolster or our pillow behind us, this is going to go down the length of our spine, and then just propping it up on the head end with anything that you have. We're going to sit at the base, our low back nice and close to that support, and then ease our way back. Arms can come out wide. And then play around with the position of your legs. So you might like your legs in butterfly if that's not too intense for your hips straight up. You might like your legs long. And if the low back's a little bit touchy, try bending the knees, feet a little wider and the knees knocking in. So your choice. Explore all the options. And then let's take a few grounding breaths. Cleansing breath out. Let's do 2 more like that. Now last one, really filling up, deepest breath in of the day so far. And a sweet release. And now just noticing your natural breath, your body's natural breathing rhythm. Encouraging a sense of heaviness through your back body. This melting into the props beneath you. Melting into the mat. Melting into the floor. This full body surrender. Feel all the muscles on your face relax. You might even like to open the mouth and give the lower jaw a little sway side to side. Let the jaw find a place where it's nice and soft. Soften into the pelvic floor. Your whole body is so relaxed and heavy. Your natural breath is flowing. Gentle expansion on the breath in. And softening on the breath out. You might notice an opening into the heart, stretch down the arms here and through the chest. And let's just guide our awareness to the heart space. Acknowledge yourself for showing up, for taking this time to practice, to connect to yourself, to nourish your body. Let's slowly bring one hand onto the heart, one hand onto the low belly or womb space for women. Notice your hands gently rising on the inhale and softening on the exhale. Taking this connection to your body as a more formal welcome here to your practice, to this time and space just for you. Would you like to set an intention? How would you like to feel moving through this practice and on completion of this practice? I am or I feel, say it like it's your truth already. Perhaps it is I am grounded. I am calm. I am radiant. I am loving myself. Whatever feels right for you. Say it like it's your truth. And allow the arms to relax down. Feel any sensations moving through the arms and the hands. And in your mind's eye, just access your intention. That version of you, see them. We'll be here for just another minute or so with the breath, encouraging this heaviness, this melting down. And let's take our last breath here. And really slowly we're going to transition, making our way off the props. So a couple of options: you might like to just roll to one side nice and gently, or you might like to ground into your palms, chin to chest. Take your time to slowly peel your way up. Moving as slowly as possible. Let's just move the props off the mat or the space behind you. And gently come to lay down flat on your back. You might like to give the knees a little cuddle into the chest. And then landing in stillness with either the legs long or the knees bent, feet a little wider than the hips and the knees knocking in. And we just notice here sensations in the body. Perhaps feeling some waves of coolness or heat as the body adjusts to that pose, that space that we just created. You stay with your breath. Encourage the body to be so heavy down to the earth. I'm going to really focus on the spine in our yin practice. So when you're ready, encouraging some gentle movement through the fingers and the toes. Let's take a hold of our block or books. So we're going to use it on this height. So the skinnier side will be at the bottom, a rectangle shape. So you can see the height of it, it's just a little bit shorter than my hand, my middle finger, if you want like a rough guide of how high to make it. So we're going to place this underneath our head. So we're having this edge meet the top of our neck, base of our skull. You can see that there. So this might be a little bit uncomfortable to begin. It will soften with time. Your legs can be bent or the legs can be long, arms out wide beside you. Meet your breath. And we're just going to encourage a very gentle rock of the head side to side. So there will be gristly, tender bits along the way. Stay with your breath, be gentle. Notice any tendency to squeeze into the pelvic floor, encourage it to be nice and soft. When your head is next facing the right hand side, so it's like you're facing the right corner of your space, let's hold there. So you'll know the sweet spot when you're on it, looking for like a tendon place of some discomfort. You can meet it with a slow, deep breath. This is such a good go-to if you have any TMJ issues, headaches. We have the governing line running down the back, so nervous system, and also we get into gallbladder points by being on this side angle. So just notice what you feel with this hold. Like I said, if you lose sensation, just move around until you find it. And let's take 5 more breaths here. Deep, slow breaths. Heavy head, like your head is melting into the block. Last breath here. And really slowly easing out. Finding that gentle rock side to side once again. Notice any difference now between right side, left side. When your head is next facing over to the left, so roughly left corner of your space, you'll know the spot when you're on it. Hold there, meet your breath. Take any little micro adjustments until you find it. And then encourage a heaviness. A relaxing of the pelvic floor, relaxing of the tummy, the jaw. Feel the breath coming in. With each sweet release of the breath, let go. Whole body heavy. Let's take about 7 more breaths here. Take your time to slowly come out. Noticing all the sensations flushing through. And then if there are any other spots along the back of your head, top of your neck, that feel like they'd really benefit from another little hold, enjoy it now. There's no rush, but when you're ready, you can move that off to the side. Allow your head to find the earth. Any position for your legs, your arms, and just notice here. And the sweet release through the back of the head. And in your mind, can you imagine that governing channel, just energy flowing with such ease all the way down your spine? It's almost like we create a little kink in the hose, and then that beautiful release when we unkink it. Feel the flow. Stay with your breath. And throughout this sweet flow of energy through the body, come back to your intention. I am. Perhaps noticing the sensations start to soften, become a little more subtle. Let's take 3 more rounds of breath. Slowly start to bend up through the knees. Coming into our next shape, grab your bolster or your pillows, props. Slowly we're going to lift the hips up to slide our props underneath. And let your hips relax down, and then send your feet up towards the sky. So we get to play around here with the position of our props to find a place where we don't feel like we're straining to keep the legs up. You have a gentle bend in the knees. And if this just doesn't work for your body, you can always come to the wall here and slide your legs up the wall. Once you've got that sweet spot, you can explore different options with the arms, so they may rest down, out beside you, on your body, or even up overhead. Meet your breath. Perhaps as we settle in, some gentle movement through the feet, sending your feet some love for all that they do for you, helping you to move forward. Might like to point the toes, flex the feet, draw some circles, feeling into the ankles. And spread the toes nice and wide. And then melting into stillness. Your mind following your breath. Heaviness through the hips. Heaviness through the whole spine, the whole back body. Jaw relaxed. Pelvic floor soft. Space between your eyebrows broadening. And your breath flowing. Let's take a really nice deep breath in, so really filling up. Bit more breath. Bit more. Sweet cleansing release, let it all go. Melting down, natural breath. You can move through that at any point throughout your practice. I find that it helps me just drop in that little bit deeper, beautiful deep breath. And let's just take another minute or so here, knowing that if it feels like you're straining to keep your legs up, you can always cuddle your knees in towards your chest. Feel free to enjoy stillness for a little longer, or I quite enjoy myself really slowly bending one knee in towards the chest. Feel beautiful rush of sensation through the foot, and then really slowly stretching that foot back up and switching sides. Slowly ease our way out. So slowly both knees in towards the chest when you're ready. Perhaps a gentle little rock side to side, the hips into your support. And then one at a time, letting the feet find the ground. You might even like to just slowly push that support down so it will rest underneath your knees. And a rebound here as we enjoy the sweet sensations moving through the body. Feeling into the magnificence of your body, everything that's alive beneath the skin and moving through you. What are you noticing through your feet, through your hammies, through your legs, traveling up into the spine, your whole body heavy onto the earth. Let's take 5 more breaths. Some gentle movement, fingers and toes, maybe rolling out through the ankles and the wrists. You might even like to stretch the arms up overhead, big stretch, pointing the toes, flexing the feet, giving the knees another cuddle into the chest. And really slowly, we're going to make our way to one side. Ease your way up. Coming into a child's pose here. So a few different options. If it's comfortable for you, big toes together, knees wide, and just melting straight down onto the earth, the ground. If you feel like you would like to bring the ground a little closer towards you, you can bring the bolster in underneath you here with props. And I'll let you know when we're at the halfway mark. And for some of you, you might really benefit from having that support beneath your bottom and your heels, so you can slide it in there. Let you move through that. Sit the hips down onto. So I'm going to bring the bolster in myself. Take your time, take a little wiggle of the hips side to side. You can take your knees as wide as you like to help yourself feel more into the groin or less so into the groin. The arms can be in front, behind, or even through the legs. We encourage this heaviness. So the hips so nice and heavy towards the heels. We have lots of length through the spine here, especially into the low back. So the next few breaths, can you feel as though you're breathing into the low back? Your mind following your breath. Feeling yourself melt down that little bit further, that little bit deeper with each breath out. If it feels beneficial for you, let's encourage a deeper, slower breath. So, really deep, slow breaths. 5 last rounds with the head this side if your head is turned one way. And if your head is turned one way, slowly turning it the other. Melting down. And letting go. Using each breath out to sink you that little bit deeper. Breathing into any parts of your body that are calling your attention. Lovingly breathing in space. And the breath out, it's like you're moving into that space. Let's take 3 more breaths here. 3 deep, slow breaths. Really slowly start to make our way up and out. If it's comfortable for you on your shins, you might just like a little pause here on the shins. You lengthen into the spine, noticing the sensation. I'm going to ease our way down and into our final relaxation. So personally, I like some support underneath my knees, but you just make yourself as comfortable as possible here. Feel free to take up some space, your feet as wide as you like, your arms as wide as you like. Still relishing in the beautiful after effects of that pose. All that's moving through your body, all that's swirling within, that life force. Can you just imagine it as golden stardust moving through your body, bringing you back to balance, your cells back into harmony, your whole body returning to its truest expression of peace and ease. All the muscles on the face relaxed, and the jaw soft, shoulders relaxed, and relaxation flowing down the whole body, the tummy, the low back, pelvic floor, glutes, legs, feet, fingertips, your gentle breath, the rise and the fall, the coming and the going. You can stay as long as you like here, yogis. This practice was just what I needed. I hope it was for you too. Thank you so much for sharing, sending so much love. Namaste.